today is your lucky day because I'm going to be telling you the single most important thing you need to know to gain muscle. I've been lifting for about 20 years. I've tried a lot of different things to gain muscle. I know how hard it can be unless you know what you're doing. I'm John from BulldogMindset.com. On this channel, I teach you how to be a man. I teach you how to build financial independence, get the physique you want, get the girls you want, and go from the victim mindset to the Bulldog mindset. If that sounds like something you are all about, click that subscribe button. Also, make sure you click the bells to get notifications because I am going to give away Bulldog Mindset memberships to people who click the bell to get the notification, comment on the video when it first comes out, and watch the video all the way through to see when I announce it. Because if you don't watch the video, you're not going to know. You're going to be like, John, I can't believe that that's the answer, that I watched this video up to this point. The first theory that I put forth in gaining muscle, and there's some merit to this, okay, was lifting heavy weights. The problem with that is that I have lifted very, very heavy weights, and I've done that on high calories, on low calories, and I haven't seen a significant difference between just lifting heavy weights. Also, if you look out there at a lot of bodybuilders and you see them lifting for pump, okay, they're not a lot of times lifting very heavy weight. Not only that, but if you see people that are lifting really heavy weights, many times they are not very big. Just lifting heavy weights is not enough. I think it's an element of it, but it's not the biggest factor. The next thing that a lot of people think is volume. I think volume plays a part, but I have tried doing extremely high volumes and I haven't had success with that, as much success as I have with the factor I'm going to tell you about in a little bit here. So really the biggest factor that I found is having a calorie surplus. I fast, okay, and I run, and I'm able to maintain my muscle. But if I want to gain muscle, in fact, I just gained a lot of muscle in the last probably couple of months because my weight went up. The only thing that changed was the amount of calories that I was consuming. I started eating a lot more food. I sort of got off of my diet plan. I was still eating 1 meal a day, but I was eating really big meals, okay, and not the best foods. And lo and behold, as soon as my weight went up, my bench press went up, and my muscle size increased as well, regardless of the training program that I was doing. I was benching, and again, my bench numbers are low because I did tear my pec. I have to tell you guys that with this broken ass body, I'm benching 300 pounds, about 300, 305 max. I could probably do 315. I couldn't do that a couple of months ago, but what happened? Well, as my weight went up, my weight was 225, and as my weight went up to 230, 235, 240, 245, at max at 248, my strength went up incredibly high. I started going from being able to bench 225 for like 4 reps to being able to throw up 13 reps at 225. I think lifting heavy and I think volume is important, but the single biggest factor, the limiting factor, if I could put it that way, is the calories. You need to be in a surplus. Now, a lot of people will argue on the internet and they say, you don't need to be in a surplus, John, in order to gain muscle. You can recomp, but if you want to gain a significant amount of muscle, you need to eat. How bad do you want to gain muscle? Like, is that your number one thing? Like, are you willing to get fat to gain muscle first and then cut it down? And if they say yes, then I say, you know what? The best way, here's this formula. You want to gain muscle? Okay? You want to not waste your fucking time and go on mini cuts and all this shit and barely gain muscle and try to stay somewhat thin? Just fucking eat like a pig, okay? Eat like a pig. Eat whatever you want and hit the gym every single day and lift heavy, full body workouts every day. That will cover volume, it will cover strength, okay? And it will cover the most important thing, which is calories. If you eat at a deficit or eat at maintenance, okay, and you do heavy lifting and you do high volume, you're not going to get very good results. You'll get some results. You'll recomp perhaps a little bit, especially if you're a beginner, but you're not going to gain massive amounts of muscle. You're going to have to up your calories, and it may mean getting fat, right? When I jumped up to 248 pounds, you didn't see me with my shirt off on this channel very much here, but I gained a lot of muscle. That was the cost of doing that. You gotta be willing to get rid of the 6-pack for a while, maybe go up to 15, maybe go up to 20% body fat or 25% body fat. The power lifters, okay, those guys, the huge, strongest man competitors, those guys eat a fucking ton. They're fat, okay? They don't have chiseled physiques, but they have a ton of muscle under there. And if they do get cut, and some of them do, every once in a while you see one of them cut down, they look fucking awesome. They have a huge amount of muscle. Number one, guys, if you want to gain muscle, the best way, it's not the only way, but the best way is to be in a calorie surplus. What I would recommend is that you cut down first to somewhere around 12% body fat to have visible abs. So you're starting from a good spot. And then take a year. Okay, you want to be serious about this, you want to actually gain muscle, sacrifice your body for a year. Okay, and go all the way up to 20% body fat, maybe 18. And lift heavy. You can lift 3 days a week. You can even eat 1 meal a day if you want. I can do that. I gain muscle doing that. Okay, and do full body workouts. None of the bro splits. That shit doesn't work. Trust me. Full body workouts. That's what I do. Right now, if you want to know what I'm doing, okay, again, I'll give you the details in the membership, but I'll give you the quick of it. I'm lifting Monday, Wednesday, Friday, full body workouts, about an hour and a half for the workout. Okay, I'm not doing a huge amount of volume, but look, I mean, you know, I've got a physique better than 99% of you guys that are watching. Okay, I know, dude. You're gonna comment below and you're gonna tell me about how awesome your physique is. I get it, but if you want to build that, you sacrifice a year. You allow yourself to climb up to 20% body fat. That gives you a lot of runway to gain a bunch of muscle. You're lifting heavy, you're eating, and then once you've gained this muscle, and maybe a year, you could do it 2 years if you got the guts to do it, if you really want to gain some muscle. Then you can cut back down. Okay, and then you'll have that muscle. And then in the future, you can do this again and gain more muscle again. Again, this is some basic shit, guys, because guess who's been doing this forever? Bodybuilders, professional bodybuilders. This is what they do. That's why they have a fucking off season and they get fucking big and they get fat, all right? And then they cut down. And so that works. It works better than the little mini cuts and cycles. And believe me, I prefer to do little mini cuts and cycles. I don't need to gain a bunch of muscle. Okay, if I were skinny, like some of you watching this, I would need to do that. But I've already done that before. I already have a pretty decent amount of muscle, so I usually don't balloon up. If you have a question or comment, leave one below. All right, guys, that's it. Take care.